10 minutes. T-minus 9 minutes. T-minus 8 minutes. T-minus 7 minutes. T-minus 6 minutes. minus 5 minutes. T minus for minutes. T minus 3 minutes. T minus 2 minutes. T minus 1 minute.
Hey everybody, I have the cans on, but I'm actually going to take them off because I just wanted to make sure that everything is in sync. This is, well, I guess it was going to be a test. I changed some stuff since I'd done my other test the other night, but I figured, well, everything is working. I'd made some changes and then I wanted to kind of change them back, and so I'm just doing it right now because I don't want to fuck it up. But you know what? Seems to be working okay. I don't see any problem with necessarily doing maybe an hour or so. But just so you know, I'm now multi-streaming on Kick, YouTube, as well as Twitch. So I can see there's a few people watching. So I generally tend to stream Sega Saturn Japanese games because I have a Japanese Sega Saturn. And usually I'm a little bit more unhinged. Perhaps the more I drink, the more that will change. Now, I have actually done this for a little while. I've been doing this on YouTube, but I've only been doing it on YouTube. So, you know, there's some regulars that will show up, and I've already had a few people that have sort of tried to follow, including some people from Japan, Kick, and I haven't even done my first official broadcast yet. That is coming this Friday on the 25th at 7 p.m. my time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. So I'm just going to take a little drink first. And then I thought we might start with a bit of Last Bronx, which I used to spend a good amount of time with in the arcade. Not as much time as Virtua Fighter 2, which, by the way, I have... You know, I'll just put that there for a minute because I need to open my drink. And it has been a very long week. I said I was just going to do this for 5 minutes, but since I have everything set up, I figured, well, you know what? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? I did not see the harm. I have a new chat and everything's working. By the way, I'm not just going to do Sega Saturn. I mean, on Friday night, it's always going to be Sega Saturn. There's not going to be any change. But sometimes if I feel like it, I'll pop on during the week and I will play other stuff. My day job is a TV person, but on the weekend, I like to play video games. Because video games make me happy. Not everybody that plays video games are useless, pointless neckbeards that have absolutely no social skills and no life. But for an hour, I have no problems pretending that I don't. So yeah, this is really just to kind of test things. And, you know, if you want to pop in and chat, please, by all means. And by the way, if you haven't already, please do subscribe and follow or what have you, because it does help me out quite a bit. I don't know who I want to play. Nagi. Okay, that's fine. We'll play Budget Sarah from Virtua Fighter 2, who apparently has not managed to figure out how to get a pair of pants that works. She can't figure out if she wants to be wearing pants or shorts. Only in the 90s, people. Vector Man 64. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this tonight, but good to see. How was your marathon? How was your marathon? I'll pause this. Vector Man's my buddy. How was your marathon? Well, now we got ourselves maybe a little bit of a party here. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Round one. Round one. Let's see if we can have a better round here. Yeah, usually I just do the Fridays, but I tested it. I basically set everything up because I figured, you know what, I better do multi-streaming. And I'm paying a fuck ton for Restream for my broadcast work, so I figured, well, what the hell? I may as well just use it for this. I'll play something different. There's this fucked up train game that I might wind up playing. KO. 5K and I got a time... 24:05 is pretty respectable for a 5K. So you did a half marathon. That's pretty good. I'm thinking actually about getting a brace, just like a knee brace, because sometimes when I jog or run, just take a little bit of pressure off the joint. A couple of my buddies use them for jiu-jitsu, just so that they're not putting undue pressure on the joint. But yeah. Hey, did you notice the slightly new look? I thought, well, you know what? It seems kind of stupid to have the chat right at the fucking bottom. And so, you know, what I did is I decided to put the subscribers part in the lower right-hand corner because it seemed to make more sense. Just so that it's there. And then I put the chat in basically the area where the subscribers used to be. And it also makes it easier because now I have the restream chat so that when I'm multi-streaming, which I'm doing now, it will actually show everything. But I haven't actually really been advertising it. This was just a test. I was not expecting anybody to log on and watch at all. So it's kind of cool that people are watching. I was actually surprised that there were people watching on Kick. Like, I basically just set up the account with Kick, and I figured, well, nobody's going to watch because there's like millions of people on Kick, and I'm just one of a whole bunch of other fucking people that are, you know, there. And I ended up getting like a whole bunch, like I ended up getting like 2 or 3 people like from my first test. And there was like a girl from Japan, I guess, that she got a kick out of watching and decided that she was going to subscribe or follow or whatever they call it on Kick. So I kind of like this setup better, and it allows me to, like I said, I'm just testing it. I did a test last night. I did a test last night after I finished with the main stream and then I thought, well, you know what? I'll see if it works properly with the restream on the 3 things. And I figured that I would have all kinds of problems and I would have to do troubleshooting and whatever. And much to my surprise, there was nothing. There were no issues. There was nothing. I figured, okay, well, that works really well. And then I downloaded like a real-time translator text thing for OBS so that anybody that's watching from Japan can get text to, like, speech to text and understand me in real time. And I sort of got it working, but it was really hard on the laptop. And I'm sure, but I did more or less get it working. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it for now. And then as time progresses, I'll start fucking with it. So I figured, you know what? Don't mess with the winning game. I'll just kind of get everything going so the multi-stream is nice and smooth, and, you know, I have my usual Friday night whatever. And then I'll back everything up on OBS just in case something fucks up. And then over the course of the next few weeks or whatever, then I will try to get that real-time translator that you can see on screen working the way I want it to. Because it works. It's just it was a little slow, and I figured, okay, well, just stick with this for now and then adjust the rest of it later, I thought. Because people have done it, and it works really well. I mean, I don't speak Japanese, but I thought, okay, well, I wonder how it is in French, because I do speak French fluently, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is really good. There's not a whole lot of... Every so often, there's the odd conjugational issue, but for the most part, it's actually pretty good. Oh, it wasn't a half marathon. It was a 5K run. Okay, gotcha. I'm sort of not half reading, but I'm sort of playing. When I pause, I'll read it all, and I won't sound like so much of a retard. Well, at least not a retard when it comes to sports. And yeah, 5K is not a half marathon. 10K, I believe, is a half marathon. I keep wanting my drink, and then it starts another match. I don't have a big, giant, you know, drunken master type fucking thingamaboober. Ow. Well, that didn't go quite the way I wanted. Yeah, you lose. You lose. Yeah, thanks. I'm actually really happy with the new chat box. I wish that there was a little bit more customization in Restream, but you know, I put some filters on so that I could change the colors in OBS in a way that you can't with Restream. So that kind of helps somewhat. Usually I like to change everything, and I probably could have done a bunch of stuff maybe in CSS, but I just didn't have time. Yeah, 10K is 10 kilometers. Yeah. That was close. I do know metric. So how long is a marathon or a half marathon? Because here it's usually 10 kilometers for a half. The full marathon I think is like 20, 25 or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I hate this guy. I always thought it was weird that in the United States that for basically marathons and stuff, they use a metric for it. I never could quite figure that out. Canada's a little weird too. Like we use metric, but people will say that they're driving however many kilometers or running however many kilometers, and then they'll get on the scale and they'll say that they're, 160 pounds or 200 pounds. Wow, it's pretty easy to, do a lot of damage when you have a fucking stick. This guy and his fucking stick, man. I don't feel too bad about this. Let's see if we can move on just a tad about this fucking guy and his stick. Really? Really? Is that how we're gonna do this shit? There, take that, you fucking dipshit. Yeah, not so big without your stick, eh, bud? Ah, stupid stick. I hate this guy and his fucking stick. I have not actually been doing... I have not been doing brilliantly the last 2 days at my usual fighting games. I'm a little off. This seems like a good time to... Well, maybe I'll do one more. I mean, I'm obviously going to play more. Don't want my drink to get warm. Perfect. You know what would be more perfect? Too bad. I wonder if you can take this guy's stick. Big man with his fucking stick. 10 kilometers? I don't know. Probably maybe 6 or 7 miles. I'll look it up. Usually I don't have to do conversions. Sometimes I do. Like when I'm dealing with my American friends and clients, like we're either in Imperial from the beginning of the conversation, and then it's relatively easy for me to deal with. Or, it's metric. Usually there's not a whole lot of half and half. Wow, I am like way. This is definitely going a little on the. I'll continue. I'm just gonna pause so I can enjoy some of my drink. That guy has way too much of a tan, I think. There is something eminently unhealthy about the concept of how much this guy is drinking. Half marathon is 13.1 miles. And whoops. 13.1 miles. I don't have anything. And 13.1 miles is how many in kilometers? I'd look it up myself, but every time I open up a browser and I'm using my phone as the camera, usually what winds up happening is it just fucking stops, and I don't really know why. Oh, it's all good. I could try. See if it. This computer is a little weird, so I don't really want to screw too much with it. Google does have a calculator. I would run it. I would open it myself. It's just my phone I'm using as a camera. My iPad is dead. Otherwise, I would just use that. And if I open up the browser on this, for whatever reason, it causes OBS to go to black. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid, really. 10K is 6 miles, and a 5K is 3.5 miles. Yeah, 10K is 6 miles, and 5K is 3.5 miles. 13.1 miles. Okay. Okay, so then that would mean that a half marathon would be roughly 20 kilometers, because if 10K is 6 miles and a half marathon is 13 miles, then we know that it's at least double that. So a half marathon, holy fuck, yeah, it's like 20 kilometers. Holy shit. 25 kilometers. Yeah, I'd have to do some training for that. I could definitely do a 5K. Ooh. I apparently did not plug my computer in. I better do that. Because if I don't, this stream is going to die, and that's not really something I really want to have happen. Frankly, I don't think it's something any of us want to have happen, although I suppose it depends entirely on who you ask. I'm not precious about it. There we go. Now you're playing with power. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Even though I am neither playing, and there's a candle here, so if I can keep from lighting my ass on fire, then we should have a relatively decent evening. Possibly. Possibly. All right. Let's give this shit another go. I am not I am not having a night of brilliance. I mean, it's not complete total horseshit, but it's, well, you've seen me play Vector, man. This is, yesterday and tonight have been kind of eh. Kind of eh. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. I read the Bible. Did you read the Bible? I didn't think that that jump kick was going to go for me, but apparently it did. Apparently it did. Holy fuck. Give me some time, Jesus Blue. God almighty. Where do you get these fucking glasses, man? Look at the way this guy is dressed. Seriously. This guy, he just is... Like, I don't know if he failed as a welder or what, but... Well, I guess he also failed as a fighter, I suppose. That's it? That's it? What the fuck? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Why is it still saying my battery is running low? It's plugged in. That is... It shouldn't be bitching at me that it's not plugged in, because it is. Yeah, weird. Okay, well. And now it's plugged in again. Okay, that's weird. Well, it's plugged in, so there's really no reason that it should not work. So apparently I finished the... Looks like the stream on Kick is performing more on point than YouTube. Well, there's... You mean like there's more people? Or it just the stream is looking better? Because I'm not actually running them all right now. Like, I'm not looking at them all. Although, if you mean that there were more people, I definitely did find that there were more people that were watching on Kick. Although now there appear to be 4 people on YouTube. So I don't know. This is kind of interesting. It'll be interesting to see the delay is not as bad. Oh, is there an audio delay on Kick? Like, is it, because I'm curious, because I can't see them all, because I also don't want to suck up all my bandwidth. Is it out of sync, or is it just taking longer, to, for the signal to, I guess my big thing is it out of sync, or on Kick, or is it just, there's more of a delay between the two? I guess that's sort of what I'm getting at. That's what I'm curious. Because then I can sort of try and troubleshoot it and see what's going on. But as long as everything is in... As long as it doesn't sound like a Hong Kong movie from the 1970s, then I'm fine. I can't complain too much about it. Vector Man, you're my eyes and ears, brah. Tilk, I love you. But your breath is disgusting, and I'm sure mine is too, because I'm having whiskey. Okay, go lie down. Oot. 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 I love you, but you stink. Okay, lie down. Lie down. Saturn is so sweet. Yeah, it sure is. Thanks for joining us. So, Vector Man, if you are my eyes and ears on Kick, is it in sync? Is the audio in sync, or is it just a longer delay? That's, I guess, just sort of what I'm trying to get at. And Wrong Surgeon, thank you for joining me. By the way, if you haven't, please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get back to it in a second. I just finished Last Bronx. Vector Man's one of my buddies. He's a regular. I've generally just done this on YouTube so far, and then I'm testing a multi-stream. So it's I'm basically just seeing how it is. I'll try another game. Saturn mode. We'll try Saturn mode. I'll play as a different character just to change it up. And then after this, I guess I'll play another game.
Round 1, fight!
I feel like I just dealt with this guy in the last one. I don't know what I want to play next. Anybody have any requests? Oh, no, more like when I send a message, you are on point in responding to the messages while YouTube's playback is about 10 to 15 seconds later. Put it simple, Kick is more close to live as live can be. That's actually really interesting. So as long as the audio and the video are synchronized, I'm cool with that. But that is really interesting because it would suggest that they have a much better API on Kick. And I was just kind of looking for other places to stream to. I will say that based on what I had seen, I thought that the quality was pretty good. At least in terms of the quality of the stream, at least anyway. I mean, but yeah. That's interesting that Kick has spent that much more time. That the chat is a lot faster. That's actually very cool. I mean, I have a ridiculously fast internet connection here. I mean, I think I have like 50 megabytes upload or something fucking stupid. It might be more than that. And then I have like, I think almost a terabyte or something, or several hundred megs download. It's super fucking fast. We lost wrong surgeon. Sorry, bud. I just wanted to, was just taking a second to enjoy my drink. Those of our regulars, such as Vector Man, knows that, you know, we tend to enjoy our beverages around here. Fight! Granted, I tend to do a little bit better than I am playing. So maybe he was like, holy fuck, man, this guy sucks. I was expecting he was going to be better than that. Well, normally you would be right. However, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And I hate this fucking retard in his purple suit. Yep, I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. I'm drinking the same shit. Dinner of Champions, ladies and gentlemen. Fireball and Reese Peanut Butter Cups. I really should get these guys to sponsor me. K.O. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Do dee doo dee doo. Well, there's somebody watching on Kick. I don't know who they are. And I try not to pressure people if they don't want to chat, but it's always nice to hear from people, should they feel inclined to say something. I wonder what happened to that guy, Vector Man. Remember that guy that was trolling like a couple of weeks ago and he was like making freaking stupid PP jokes and all this shit? That flat earth douche. West O raspberry shandy with a twist of lemon. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I haven't had that, but I would love to try that. Is it, It almost seems a little unfair to play as this character because everything just seems to involve a big fucking stick. I mean, this isn't even a Joe or a Bo or even a Boken. I mean, it's a fucking stick. How much skill do you need to hit somebody with a stick? Yeah. I can't remember. Did he come back twice? I feel like he came back a couple of times. I don't know. Hey, we've got somebody else joining us on Kick. Welcome, mysterious stranger. You don't have to comment if you don't want to, but everyone here is welcome. I'm sure I didn't say that right. At the same time, in real life, I don't go around poking people with sticks. Oh yeah, the chick that can't quite figure out whether she's dealing with shorts or pants. Ah, wrong surgeon. Or how good do you have to be to use a stick in a sword fight? I don't know, man. You're the surgeon. You tell me what the aftermath is. If you are a surgeon, and if you're not a surgeon, just say you are. It's the internet. It's more fun. Being a martial arts student in real life, my assessment is that you don't really need a huge amount of skill just to swing a stick. Well, I'll give this guy this much. You do certainly need skill to, you know, I guess you could argue that, I mean, I guess basically a Joe is a stick and a bow is a stick. It's a very pretty stick. And a bokken is a wooden sword, but it's also a form of a stick. I suppose depending on how you wanted to make the argument, you could argue that it was a stick. I had a very interesting conversation with my Aikido sensei about it. I trained both, and I'm taking a bit of a break from Aikido right now, but I will be going back. And I also trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I don't know. You can do a lot of damage with the stick, but I mean, any moron that doesn't know how to fight can do a lot of damage with a stick. But, you know, if you're good with the Joe or a bow or a bokken, then, you know, you're just going to treat a stick like one of those things anyway. Dude, if you can beat someone with a stick and he has a sword, you got to be Jackie Chan. Okay, I agree with that assessment. I absolutely 100% agree with that assessment. I'm a big believer in spirit. And, you know, I don't think we can argue that Casey Jones was a great contributor. Oh, you were a black belt? That's cool. What in? It's going to be a long time before I get to my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. One of my buddies finally got his, and he'd been training for 12 years to get his Brazilian, or to get his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Whoa, that's weird. We got a little bit of a glitch here. Whoa, karate. What type? Shotokan or I'm still here, by the way. This oh, there we go. My one sec. I'm glitching a little bit here, so I'm just gonna I may as well load something else. I'm not going anywhere. Give me 2 seconds. I don't feel too bad over because I really like Asuka 120%, and I'm generally pretty good at fighters. This one I'm still trying to get. I'm sure they told us to type at some point. My guess is you were probably learning Shotokan. And we'll try that. I mean, honestly, you're still dealing with the same base. You're just going to deal with some differentials. It's funny. I get people that give me shit sometimes about Aikido, and it pisses my sensei off, but if you're taught properly, it really works. Like I say, I train that and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I had done some striking art. I had done some Panchak Silat. Long story. But my dailies are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Aikido. And obviously both closely related. Go, oh yeah, Aikido, it's like, Jiu-Jitsu is better and whatever. Well, I'll tell you, they say that until you get like a Nikyo and a Sankyo lock. Kung Fu. One of my friends has done Shaolin Kung Fu for a long time. And my day job, by the way, if you follow the YouTube channel, there's a show on there called Go Nitro, which airs in the United States. It's my day job. I'm a TV producer. And I do a show where we learn a bunch of different sports. And we did, I think, a 4 or 5 episode series on Go Nitro training Baguazhang, which is, I guess, kind of a variant. I thought it was really interesting. I wouldn't mind spending some more time with Baguazhang. I mean, Kung Fu is like obviously an entire subset. Same thing with Japanese martial arts. But I found Baguazhang to be very, very interesting, and I thought it was very, very effective. He asked about Bruce Lee. It looks the coolest, in my opinion. I agree. That's fair. That's very fair. What was the fighting style Bruce Lee used? He had he was basically Kung Fu. I forget what type. He came up with his own fighting system. I think it was, I'm gonna have to look it up. I want to say it was Jeet Kune Do, but I don't know if that was Chuck Norris. But I mean, they were friends and they were training partners, and they worked together. So yeah, and I mean, I'm a big believer in having both a striking martial art, have grappling, and it all works quite nicely together. It all depends on the problem. I use Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu all the time. I can't get a submission quite the way I want to, but somebody's hands are flailing around, just do a fucking Nikyo lock and then... The problem is, I have a hunch that my professor at the my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy that I train at right now, I think he's an Aikidoka, because he was basically showing us how to do a variant of a Nikyo and a Sankyo, and I was telling my actual Aikido sensei about it, and I thought it was great. We didn't get to grapple enough, I agree. Well, I think it's important to have both. So, I mean, I'd done my Panchak Silat for my striking, and then for my grappling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is essentially just modified Japanese Jiu-Jitsu on the ground. The your Kimura and your locks and that are pretty much the same. The way I see it, I sort of look at it as striking, and then like just for grappling. Like I basically look at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a micro, like just for joint manipulation, and then I look at Aikido as a macro. So you kind of work from the outside in. So if you are in a situation where you have to use striking, you start with that. Once the fight inevitably in one way or another gets to the ground, Then you've got your jiu-jitsu, and then when you need to deal with stuff on a micro level, then you have aikido. And I think having, and I don't think it really matters necessarily what martial art it is, because there's so many good ones. I mean, fuck, man, in Asia, the Chinese have their variants of it, the Japanese have their variants of it, Indonesians have their variants of it, they have it in Vietnam, whatever. I mean, these cultures have figured this shit out 2,000 years ago while we were still basically, our country was effectively and historically still in diapers. We just were fortunate enough that they decided to take pity on us all in North America and teach us this shit. While I sit here talking about martial arts and drinking booze and eating chocolate. I only do it on the weekend. Yeah. It absolutely comes down to if the sensei cares. I've been very lucky that I have an awesome sensei. And we're good friends. Like, we hang out outside the dojo. Ditto. I'm good friends with all of my jiu-jitsu professors, and they care. They really care. But I'm well aware that I've been very, very lucky, and that's not always the case. It's not always the case. Yeah, repay them well and respectfully. And, a lot of these relationships, they'll go for life, man. I'm very grateful to have such awesome senseis and professors that I'm friends with. And by the way, a lot of them watch and are gamers. It's like, great. Isn't it bad enough that you fucking kicked my ass in the dojo? But yeah. So, this fighter was actually suggested to me by Vector, and I managed to get it from Japan. Have you seen this, Wrong Surgeon? This is, obviously, we're just shooting the shit and chatting right now, but and I am gonna play. You wouldn't know it based on how I was playing tonight. That's for damn sure. But I really like Japanese fighters, and a lot of my classmates in college were Japanese, and so I was introduced to a lot of these really, really fast fighters because all my friends and my classmates were Japanese where I went to school. And it's really, this is, don't let the silly, sexy bullshit fool you. This is an awesome fighter. Very, very technical. I would argue that it is more technical and more difficult than Street Fighter, which I think is high praise. But mine wore straight Hot Topic gear in the wild. Nice. He or she? Actually, you know what? Don't tell me that. But I think that's still cool. See, the thing is, if you get somebody that's good, and you get somebody that's cool, they're comfortable in their own skin. It does not equate to my sensei was a Japanese guy who called himself Rocky. Izumi Sensei. Yeah, I enjoy Street Fighter, and I certainly gave it plenty of quarters. This I really like. I've always been my favorite 3D fighter is probably Dead or Alive, and I also really enjoy Virtua Fighter 2. In fact, sorry, I always brag about this all the time. I actually have a real original Virtua Fighter 2 arcade machine back there. It is functioning. It was not fun getting it in the house. Actually, getting it in the house fucking sucked. But because I do a lot of crazy broadcast stuff, I've actually modified that machine so that around September, I'm going to start live streaming with it. In fact, I got the Saturn because a guy had it in Edmonton. I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool to have the Saturn. And originally, the live streaming was just going to be to kind of test the live streaming setup. And the idea was that I was going to live stream the arcade machine. But I ended up having so much fun with the Saturn and the games. Because when the Saturn came out, I was only used to the American games, and there wasn't a huge amount. I mean, there were some awesome titles. I mean, obviously, I was a Sega kid, so I had a Sega Master System, and I had a Game Gear, which is basically a portable Master System. But the Saturn ended up being just so completely awesome, and I had all these games. I got a big fucking box of stuff from Japan, all these games that I could play. And so because I'm handy with a soldering iron and I work in broadcast as my day job, I essentially what I did is it basically uses the JST video connector from the main board, like from the PCB on the arcade machine. So I am actually able to live stream from the arcade machine. So I can play it and see the stuff on the screen, just like normally. But then that signal is duplex, so then I send it out to an Extron card, right? Because it's a different resolution. And then the Extron card goes to the OSSC, so I can actually play my arcade machine, and I am also able to see what's on the screen while I'm playing. So that was sort of my little project and something that I was pretty excited about. I was intending to have it done by July, but I just hadn't had the time with all the work. If Sega better utilized the CD and scrapped the 32X, the Saturn would have done better. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think what happened is that when everything was sort of going on like that, I think it just pissed a lot of people off because they're like, hey man, I just spent X amount of however many $100 or whatever on the 32X, and then they dropped the Saturn. I think that pissed a lot of people off. For sure. Yeah, the Saturn and Dreamcast gave us the best window to releases, I think. Hell, I've been trying to play Saturn conveniently for a while now. Yeah, it's, my Saturn is a Japanese Saturn. I have modified it so that it is able to take American discs, so I can obviously play Japanese Japanese Saturn games, but I'm also able to play American games. Because they basically use the same voltage, and NTSC in Japan, they also use NTSC. They use a variant of NTSC, but all the TVs here can see it. So it makes it very, very easy. It was more of a CRT thing, I think, when you did this kind of thing. So I'm gonna get one more drink and then finish up my chocolate, and then I'll probably wind up getting started. Not probably, I will wind up getting started. But yeah, no, it's great for you to join us. Yeah, we have our little routine. Normally, I broadcast Friday nights, which of course I did. But I don't know, I might start doing Saturday nights too. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I was trying the emulation route. Yeah, Saturn is one of those things, and Vectorman might be able to speak to this better than I can. I don't emulate the Saturn. I have a real Saturn, and so, but at the same time, I'm kind of weird, so that, I went to the trouble to get all this stuff, and I got these games from Japan and everything else. But the Saturn, historically, has not emulated particularly well. Hello, Zero. North American Saturns can play Japanese games. There are some games that are all region and will play on both. But then you have to have the I think the action replay cart to play some of them. But I found it was cheaper to get a Japanese Saturn than it was to get an American one. I mean, the American ones, holy fuck, like for a black hunk of rock, I mean, holy shit. They're not cheap. I got this from a dude in Edmonton for like $200. By the way, I apologize. Vector Man knows this. I have a Siamese cat that likes attention. So I have to just pick her up, pick Zero up, and bounce her around. This is Zero, by the way, so I hope you like cats. She's a very social cat, and she likes to be picked up. Yeah, the 4 meg cart. You will not be denied, huh? You will not be denied. You will not be denied. Yeah, I know. Just because I'm not playing. Yes, you're cute. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, she's 9 years old, man. She's quite small. Did the weigh-in at the vet, and she's like 7 pounds. She's not a runt. But, I mean, I've had her since she was like 3 months, 4 months old. She's like, I have her, and I have a 140-pound giant Alaskan Malamute King Shepherd mix. It's basically just a long-haired giant German Shepherd. And I have a Russian rat snake who is very friendly and likes attention. So I have a weird menagerie of pets. And my best friend had horses, and I used to raise horses. Yeah. Some run small. It's all good. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah, she travels well, so I have to travel a lot for work. And what she'll do is she'll just basically sit there in my lap and chill out, and look out the window and everything else. And yeah, ha, nice. Yeah. Can actually, Tilk is right here looking at me. Tilk, you want to say hi? See if I can do this without dropping the phone. There he is. There you go, Tilk. So this is Tilk. This is my King Shepherd Malamute mix. He's just chilling. You chilling? Tilk, are you being a good boy? Do you want to say hi? Are you being a good boy? Yeah, good boy. So, these are my 2 idiots. Actually, they're not idiots at all. They're highly intelligent. They act like idiots, but they are not idiots at all. That's my fucked up little fuzzy family. So, you know. But Zero periodically likes to, periodically likes to photobomb. And that's what she does. Yeah, they're impossibly fucking cute, and they know it too. He travels really well. Also, are you being a good boy, dude? Being a good boy? Yeah, he got a bunch of BACON. Wrong, surgeon. What kind of dog do you have? What kind of pets do you have? I think you said you had cats. What do you have? I'm not going anywhere. I can still see and hear you. I'm just going to get my second alcoholic beverage. Yeah, I don't drink very much, but my weekends, just because of the hours that I pull for work, it's just like, I do what I can. And I try as best I can to enjoy my life. I don't get so caught up in the way things are and how things should be, Probably open this up here. You can't go wrong with booze and chocolate on a weekend. I mean, I spent all week basically putting all the right things in me for training and everything else, and I generally don't eat meat, and that kind of stuff. I mean, I eat meat periodically because, I mean, obviously I like it, but I don't, you know, but it's not great for training. I found that I had a difficult time not going anywhere. One sec. We're back. I just had to deal with stuff. Move some things around. I guess I better try and play one of these games, huh? Yeah. Getting older sucks. Martial arts helps. Boy, that guy on the right, man, he looks like he's got a fucking problem. That guy looks like Kenichi. I don't know what the hell she's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't expect to do brilliantly at this tonight. This is a real tough game. I mean, it's silly and completely... This is complete lunacy, but it's actually a very, very technical fighter. and it's very. I mean, it's fun to watch because it's just completely ridiculous, but it does belies, should you feel the need to use big words, which I don't generally need to, but it seems like the right word for me to use. It is a very technical fighter, and I haven't played it that much. I mean, Vector Man knows I've played this a few times. He actually suggested it, and it's awesome. I haven't mastered it yet. I'm starting to get an idea of some of the combos and how to deal with it. But it has all the accuracy of these sorts of these sort of fighters. And like, I mean, I'm doing reasonably okay. I mean, I'm still, but you can. It's taken me a while to get to this point. So, but it's nice. You really have to. This game should have a practice mode. Maybe it does have one. I don't know. Am I done? That was a lot closer than I wanted to. Oh, I see why you had a disclaimer. Haha. Well, hey, you know what? Vector Man, you've seen this because you recommended this to me. But, wrong surgeon. Yeah, especially since I used to work in animation. That was a long time ago. Yeah, this game is fantastic. But if you want something that's complete lunacy, Vector Man knows this one. Wrong surgeon. Are you familiar with Pretty Fighter 10? It's fucked. It's also pretty good. Not as difficult as this. It's not as technically demanding, like in terms of skill, as this game, but it's even more crazy than this. If you're not familiar with Pretty Fighter 10, then you should. I'll put that on after this, and you can see this. By the way, I do take requests, so if anybody wants me to try something, I've got hundreds and hundreds of games on the Saturn. So if you don't mind me popping it in, chances are the game, I probably have it. Most likely, at least anyway. Presentation here is better. Oh, the arcade is the practice? Okay, I was wondering about that. Yeah, because I hadn't done it. Like I say, it was Vector Man that suggested this to me, and I'm glad he did. I'm grateful to him for it because it's excellent. I definitely want to spend more time on this. You know what? I wonder if this works with the Astro City Japanese arcade stick, because I wonder if this was ever released in arcades in Japan. I haven't really bothered to look that up. That's something I think I'll need to look into. This game seriously is a lot like Snakes and Ladders. You can start getting it was starting. The arcade was always to practice with these old fighting games. That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, I'll play again. I always wanted to kind of devote more time to this because I always really kind of enjoyed how this was. Okay, I have to do a pimp, especially since more people are actually watching. Those of you, and Vector Man, you're exempted from this because I know you are already a subscriber. If you're watching and you have not already subscribed or followed or whatever, based on what you're, if you could do so, it really does help me out. It gets me more stuff on the algorithm and helps me do more stuff. So if you could, if you hit that subscribe button or the follow button or the whatever button that that would really help me out, and I really appreciate it if you would subscribe and follow us. Well, follow me, I should say. And for the record, I do this every Friday night. Friday night, I do it at 7 p.m. my time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern time. But since the world revolves around the East, I guess I will just stick with Eastern time. So Friday nights at 9 Eastern time. I used to do it at midnight, but you know what? The 9 time seems to work pretty well, and I usually do 3, 4, 5 hours. So if you come on later, say around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, I'll still be here because I work really fucking weird hours, and I'm self-employed. So nobody can fire me. I also have to pay for my own health insurance and expenses. So the way I choose to spend my Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen, are entirely up to you. I kind of liked fighters, especially ones that look like this, but I only ever got decent at Soul Calibur, like all the moves and reversals. I love Soul Calibur. Actually, I've got a colleague who did a voiceover in it. Her name is Lonnie Manella. I've worked with her through my day job because I work in television. And if you play Soul Calibur, you would know her as Ivy. So Lonnie plays Ivy. And she spent a lot of time in England, so she has a very convincing British accent. And my parents are British, by the way. My dad's British, and most of my family still has their accents. My brother and I were born in Canada, so we don't have a British accent, but most everybody else, for the most part, in my family does. So I can tell you that Lonnie's accent is amazing. And everybody thinks that Lonnie's British in Soul Calibur, but nope, it's voiced by an American that's just spent a lot of time in England and is very talented. She can also be a pain in the ass, but artists. I can be a pain in the ass. Frankly, I often am a pain in the ass. What do they say? Art through suffering? Soul Calibur is the borderline perfect fighting game. Yeah, I love Soul Calibur. I have Soul Calibur 6 on PS4. I am actually going to be getting a Steam Deck because I have to be on location a lot just for the broadcasting work that I do. And I have like a little handheld thing, but I really would like to have the Steam Deck so that I can play. Because you have meetings and shit, or you're driving, you're sitting at a truck stop or whatever on the way to whatever it is that you need to do for work. And having being able to play Soul Calibur on the Steam, on Steam, and everything else would just be fantastic. Yeah, so I'm not brilliant at this yet. I've only played this, I think, 4 or 5 times, and given I generally play with. Like in college, most of my friends were Japanese. You can imagine what it was like trying to play them, and it got to a point where I was pretty decent. This game is very, very difficult. I enjoy it because I like the technicality of it, and I obviously need to practice and spend more time on it and get the combos memorized. But I'm a big fan of fast Japanese, fast strategic games that have a lot of mechanics to them. Also, I hate her because of her blocks. I honestly just need to get better at it. How dare you beat me because, you're better than me. But you know what? Just gotta train more. Nobody wants to hear what Goku has to say because it's simplistic, but it's true. You just gotta train more. It's the same with real martial arts as it is with games or anything you want to get good at. Yeah, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it with Soul Calibur. I really like Soul Calibur. It's also a game. What I like about Soul Calibur is you can, if you want to, I don't want to say slum it. If you want, especially depending on who you're playing with, you can do okay and just do the crazy attacks and stuff like that, but you can also treat it as more technically as a fighter as well. It's almost I don't want to say it's a hybrid. But it's one of those games where you can kind of play it casually and not button mash, but you can kind of treat it. But if you really want to make a meal out of it, sorry, I got the hiccups. And really start to get more strategic with it and treat it as you would say Street Fighter or something like this, where you just really kind of need to be highly technical with it. You can do that. So even though I already own I've got Soul Calibur right here. I was just playing it the other night on my PS4. My best friend saying, "Oh, I got a PS5. The PS4 is obsolete." You know what? Fuck off, Joe. Joe will see this and be like, "I still got a PS5." Yeah, well, I'm gonna get one eventually, but pass. It's Tekken. Yeah. That's a fair assessment. It's it's Tekken with it's Tekken with swords. That's really all there is to it. So this screwed me up last night. I thought that there was an issue with my OBS where the voice started to become out of sync in OBS, and I thought that it was going on with the streams because it's doing it now in my OBS. And then I went and I looked at the test stream later, and it was perfectly in sync. So, you know what? As long as it is in sync online, I don't give a shit. I just set the levels before I play, and then I don't usually have an earpiece. I look at the chat so that I can enjoy my evening and chat with you fine folks. Hello, Zero. Sorry, I have to take an interlude with my idiot cat. Oh, I'm sorry, Tilk. Zero. Yeah, I got a German licking my leg. Zero, do you want attention? Is that what you want? Stop walking around like a Chinese tourist and let me pick you up. Well, you're the one that came over, so here we go. This is what she wants. Yeah, audio synced up perfect. So it's just OBS tends to drift after a while, which honestly, I really do not give two shits as long as it's working on the end side of things. I mean, there's a little bit of a delay in the headset anyway, so I mean, as long as it sounds good, I don't care. But it was funny because I was just sort of doing it solo, and it was like, there you go, Zero. Do. Well, since the cat has decided to provide her... Oh, hello, doggy. I'm tripping on the dog's nose. Why am I tripping on your nose? I'm tripping on your nose. Why do you have such a big nose? Like he fucking knows. It don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah, it's... I can't complain. I just play. Wah! Wah! Angry pussy. She's mad because she cannot spend every waking moment being given attention. She just spends 90%. I'm self-employed, so she is almost never home alone. She gets to go into the office. Gets lots of attention. So does the dog. I am telling you, these pets are fucking spoilt and they want for nothing. They don't fucking know how good they have it, man. I'm telling you. They don't know how good they have it. I mean, the dog's sitting down here. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. And yet, here we are. Holy fuck, there's a lot of people that are starting to jump on here. got a couple of people on Kick, and I've got 5 people on the YouTube watching. Well, if you're here, subscribe. May as well whore myself out while the people are here. I'll get back to it soon. People watching on Twitch. I should have, fuck, man. I should have done this. I should have done this this multi-stream thing a long time ago. Are you being a good boy? They're probably just here because of the pets. People like happy fuzzy things. My gray cat showed up on my porch years later. He's a little princess. Yeah, once they know that they have you, you're fucked. And they know it too. They absolutely know it. There's absolutely no two ways about it. I don't know. Maybe I should start doing this Friday night too. I don't know. Or sorry, Saturday night as well. I dig it. I dig it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen, what the market will bear. The one thing that I promise all viewers, that every viewing will have an exclusive Fireball beverage and Reese peanut butter cups. I should get them a fucking sponsor. Don't worry, I'm getting back to the game. I'm just enjoying a little Saturday night nutritionally deficient food. And booze. Sugar and booze, if paired sparingly, sugar and booze paired with appropriate oral care and sparingly, so that one does not turn into a bloated, fat, alcoholic, smelly, pockmarked slob. I don't see an issue. I got a 12-year-old old gray and white co-pilot sitting with me. Oh, cute. The pet shop that's close to me, they it's a Pet Value, and the owners of that particular franchise, they do a thing where they bring in cats from cat rescues to help them adopt, and they ended up adopting one. So this little black, I guess not a pure void. So it's a little bit of white and some white, the odd white hair, but I would say mostly void. But I personally think that this little void has some Siamese in them, just because of the shape of the head and some of the mannerisms and that kind of stuff. Yes, Tilk, we know. This kind of bullshit, this is what you get. By the way, this is pretty typical of the streaming nights. Vector Man will tell you. It is. But pets don't have a lot of judgment. I mean, cats have judgment, but generally not personality judgment. I have this giant rug sort of lying here in front of me. I think he's hoping he's going to get a belly rub. Do you want a belly rub? Is that what you want? I don't know why you're so hot, bud. Like, it's really cool in here. I don't know. I'd say he's being dramatic, but he's been going for a while. Oh, there we go. He's put he's put his paw on my leg because he wants a belly rub. That is apparently what he wants. After this, I will play Pretty Fighter. And then I'll maybe who do big news. Do big news. I'll do one more round with this, and then I'll move on to Pretty Fighter. There's a few. There's a few horror games on the Saturn. I have a whole bunch of Japanese ones. I haven't played any, like I haven't played them, most of them yet. They're just here. But if anybody has any requests, I can certainly try them. I mean, obviously, I have House of the Dead, but who doesn't? Resident Evil probably doesn't count because it's just a port. It was released for the Saturn, and I have it, but not really a whole lot different, frankly, than the version that's for the PS1. There's a couple of games on here that are somewhat dark. I'm just trying to think. I know there are some because I have a big fucking box full of these games, and so Vector Man might be able to speak to these more than I. Port City. I might have it. I'll take a look. I mean, after I play this, I'll play a couple of rounds of Pretty Fighter just so you can see how fucking retarded it is, because that's honestly half the fun. I'd say that's most of the fun, but it's actually pretty good. I'll play one more round of this. I believe D is one of them off the top of my head, but it's all pre-rendered. Yeah, FMV is kind of like Space Ace. Yeah, I have that too. I did try it. It has sort of like, yeah, it's kind of like Myst in the sense where you just, everything's sort of pre-rendered, but I didn't spend a lot of time playing it. Didn't spend a huge amount of time playing it. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'll play Pretty Fighter next, just so you can see it. Vector Man knows, and then we'll try something else. Should anybody have any requests for post Pretty Fighter 10 or Pretty Fighter X or whatever, I feel like an asterisk joke is coming on here. Let me know. Yeah, you know what? This would be a good time to go to Pretty Fighter 10 because I'm not brilliant at it. I'm still working at it. I enjoy it, but I also don't want you seeing my. I will win more in this game, I promise. Okay, give me a second. I'm just gonna load Pretty Fighter. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Pretty Fighter 10. This game is so completely and totally fucked. It is so fucked. And as such, that is why it is so much fun. I'll play a couple of rounds of this and we'll try loading something else. There's a fucked up simulator in here that simulates driving a Japanese train. Did I do well at it? Did I do well? No, I failed miserably at it. So I will play as Goth Chick. She's sort of a goth chick. I don't really know what you would call it. Oh yeah, you know what? You got to see this fucked up. This sort of fucked up opening cutscene. I don't. It's so messed up. Wow, that was subtle. This is so completely pointless. Well, that was convenient. Don't need to worry about bailiffs or various other individuals. Deep Fear and Enemy Zero look interesting. They seem hard to get, though. Let me check in my box. I might have them. I got like a big fucking box of Japanese games. We do the eBay thing. So right now I'm basically budget hot topic here on the left. It's not super easy, but it's not as quite as technical as where'd that dude come from? I don't know where they 90s anime was so good. Yeah, it's fucked. Generally, you can expect a higher level of performance, and hopefully, Vector Man will back me up on this one. I'm not doing total dog shit, but certainly doing not as well as I normally do. Ow. There we go. There's a win. I meant to do that. Yeah, sure. Deep Fear. I will see if I have it. I'll do one more. I'll do one more. One more round of this, and I'll see if I have it. I'll see if I have Deep Fear. There we go. Little judo throw going on. It always amused me in Streets of Rage that that basically it would say Axel's hobby or whatever was martial arts, and then judo was just listed as judo, like it wasn't considered a martial art. I don't play games to win. Well, I like to win. I personally like to win. Let me see if I'm not winning a whole fucking... I'm not really winning much tonight. Okay, so let me... I'll just let this go. So what was the game? It was... I'll see if I have Deep Fear or Enemy Zero. Hang on a sec. Let me see. I do have Enemy Zero. I don't know if Deep Fear has a different title in Japanese, so we'll see. I've never played this, by the way. I don't know anything about it. So whatever questions you have, we're all learning this at the same time, man, because I don't fucking know. I don't know. I guess they're going to keep using that same take. I'm making a fixed camera horror game and I've been dying to see Deep Fear. Well, that's awesome. Well, let me know when it's done. I'd love to play it. Well, I guess you're going to see Deep Fear now because... Oh, no, Deep Fear. I'm playing Enemy Zero. What am I saying? I'll see if I can get... Yeah, well, if it's boring, we'll play something else. I will see if I can find Deep Fear. Does it have a different name in Japanese? Because if it does, it's entirely possible that I might actually have it. By the way, seeing more people piling onto the stream. Shameless plug. Please subscribe, follow, whatever if you haven't already. Because there's entirely too much space on the internet. I've never played either of these games. I'll see if I can find it. I mean, they're really spending a lot of time on these mediocre FMVs, and I'm not really sure what's with the pointless 90s techno. But hey, man, what the fuck do I know? I'll do a quick search. I'm sure I can get it. I'm sure I can get it. And with any luck, it won't cost me like $800 on eBay to get a fucking copy of it. I guess this is supposed to be like Alien or whatever. We shall soon see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall soon see. So many questions. So many questions. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've had enough of this intro. I kind of want to just play it and see what's going on. I mean, holy shit, it's 4 discs, so... Opening, training, warp staff, start. Okay, we'll start with training. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So we will just... Whoa, that's cool. A for a-hole. Training mode. Cool. We'll try that. Start. Wow, is that 90s or what? Whoa. So can I shoot? What is that thing? This is interesting. Not really sure what the fuck is going on, but sure. This reminds me a little bit of I want to say the beginning of the Battlefront. Like Star Wars Battlefront. I don't know why. Maybe I'm thinking of another Star Wars game. I don't know. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I can't fire. And for whatever reason, the B button lets me walk. I don't really get it, but okay, sure, why not? I can walk through any of these places. So I have a... Can I change any of these? What does that do? So A brings whatever this is out. Okay, so A, it's almost like a weapon that I can charge up and fire at stuff. How long do I have to charge? Okay, so basically you hit A. You hit A and then you hit it again to fire. Now, I don't know what else I apparently need to learn in this. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of controls. I mean, obviously I can use the upper left and right hand triggers to kind of look left and look right. The X button, I don't really know what that is. Like, it seems to help you align it. Like, it seems like they just did stuff that for whatever reason. I gotta clean. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of this. I almost got Rule of Rose for 300 the other week. Wow, that'd be a pretty good score if you could get that. Could not pull the trigger. Yeah. Before modern standard 3D controls. Nice. It looks like Deep Fear has the same name in Japanese releases. Well, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It means that, drum roll please, I don't have it. But I will try and get it. I will try to get it, because you know what? I'm actually kind of curious now myself, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, well, I get it. Okay. Now, the question is, how the fuck do I get out of training mode? Because I think I'm done with this. I don't actually know how to get out of here. I don't want to pray this anymore. How do I get out of here? I'm in training mode. There has to be a way to get out of it. I don't know how to get out of training mode. Because I got a start button, and I got a whatever button, and I got a whatever. I don't know how to get out of here. How do I get out of here? Surely there is a way to get out of training mode so that I can actually play the game. Surely. What the fuck? Does that do it? No. 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 Does that? Oh, that's interesting. So I can just keep running. That doesn't help me. Does that work? 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 You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to restart it. And I don't know why they didn't make more of those. It was particularly hard, and Hoarder was popping at the same time. You know what? I'm going to find Deep Fear so we can play this. Give me a sec. I'm going to restart this game because I can't figure out how the fuck to get out of here. It's kind of pissing me off. So I will just restart the whole goddamn thing. One sec. I'll be right back. Alright, I just rebooted the goddamn game. Oh, I don't want to watch this all over again. Is it going to make me watch all over again? Because I don't really want to do that. That would just suck. Well, I have enemy 0, so we'll see how it is. But it's not actually letting me get out of it. So I guess we're sitting watching a movie, brah. That's okay. I'll just drink while we watch the FMV. I really don't know what I'm looking at. At all. At all. Fumito Ueda. I wonder how long this sequence is going to be. How long is this sequence going to be? I hit button. Button don't let me go through. I should have hit start game. The sucker. Start button no work. X button no work. Y button no work. Z button no work. A, B, C button no work. Never so severely. This could be a making plans stream, yeah. eBay. Yeah, I don't know. It don't work when I hit button. The Aki. This better be the coolest fucking vehicle that I have ever seen in my entire goddamn life. Especially given that I cannot actually... This actually manages to be worse than Square used to be. In terms of letting you pass cutscenes. Remember how Square would basically bully you? That if you hadn't gotten to that point, that they would make you watch this entire, like, 28 or 43 second fucking summons or cutscene. And if you hadn't gotten through it before, they would not let you bypass it. They would make you watch the whole goddamn thing. This manages to be worse. I gotta say, these fuckers, man, they make you wait. We have spent 18 months on a cutscene. You impatient American, North American, can sit and watch. Around bosses too. Oh yeah. Square is terrible at that. Emergency program 7036 bouncy. See the dog's looking at me like, what the fuck is your problem? It's like, I don't know, man. I didn't make it. I didn't write this shit. 4 discs. Oh yeah, wow. This means that we, ladies and gents, get to sit through lots and lots of cutscenes that we can't actually bypass. Way true, but they are right. Hello, Zero. It's also their game, and they have me by the balls. Hello, Zero. Where do you want to bounce up and down? This is a horror game. The main horror is that they're making us spend 45 minutes watching a stupid fucking cutscene that we can't actually skip. Jeez, I wish I had hair that immaculate when I woke up. That must be the real horror. We have... Don't they ever have any ugly people in these games? Inquiring minds want to know. We don't appreciate and we don't patience. No, I suppose not. I should shut up and watch. Hello, doggy. Are you being a good boy? Tilk, yeah, you gotta stay there, brah. Tilk, go lie down. Oh, you want your toy? I'm sorry, pal. Here. Tilk, yo. Toy, you want your toy? Here, you want your toy? He wants his toy. Here you go. Whee! Enjoy. Don't spend it all in one place. I will say, though, that this is rather alien-esque. Clickety, 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 click. I wonder if she can order a vibrator with that thing. That looks like a sex toy. Pretty stage, people forever. True. Represent, ladies and gentlemen. Represent. Boom. Yaks. Well, that guy sure has plenty to say. Wow, that's a lot of cans on the table. That's more than I have on my table. Thus far, ladies and gentlemen, I only have 2 cans on my table. I have 2 cans on my table. 2 cans, not 2 cans. This isn't a Fruit Loops commercial. Best viewers on streamboot.org. Remove the space. Yeah, fucking bots. Oh, well, that wasn't very nice. Hello, Zero. Do you have bloodlust here? Look at this. Check this out. This is what she does. Daddy's trying to play a game. Trying to play a game. Why are they always blonde? Always blonde. They're never brunettes or anything like that. They're always, hey, look at that strawberry blonde, man. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. Like, you know, like at least try. Oh God, can I actually fucking start? Jeez-a-loo. Start. At least this isn't point and click. No, I will give it that this is not point and click. It's not point and click, people. It's not. Attention. Attention. Apparently it's very important, but I can't read it. If it were French, I could read it. But it's in Japanese, so I cannot read it. I don't understand. The fuck, man? I said start to play a game. Attention. I want to play a game. I don't know what it says. It don't like what I'm doing. So it keeps bringing me back to menu. I think I need to hit the other button. Which are fine, and the Nancy Drew games actually go hard, but I don't like them for creepy stuff. That's fair. I don't actually know what this is trying to tell me. But what I can say is it will not let me... God damn. Can I play this? Is my iPad... maybe my iPad still works, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. So this is... This doesn't want to play. Not really sure why. I don't know if it doesn't like my memory card or what. Gotta be honest, can't read this. Don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm hitting buttons and the buttons aren't working. The only button that seems to do anything is the B button, which brings me back to the main menu. So I don't know if it doesn't like my card or what. I will figure this out. The thing is normally I'd have my iPad and I could just run it through Google Translate and figure out what the fuck it is going on, but I don't know what it says. So I better play something else, yo. Anybody have any requests? I'll look into that other one too, because I'm actually pretty curious about it. And I'm sure that whatever is going on here is fixable. I just can't read it. Because the disc isn't all scratched up or anything, so it's fine. I'll pick something. But if anybody has any requests, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know what requests you have for this game. Absolutely. What do we play? What do we play? We need to find a game to play. Very important. Yes, Zero. Daddy has to find another game to play because this one's fucked! Just saying. Please, ladies and gentlemen, stand by. Anybody ever worry about when they eat fish and shrimp and seafood that it fights back? Well, this game answers that question while we determine what another game we could play. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we play Elan Doré, Legend of Dragon. Completely and totally pointless. Okay, alright, well, pick the hot black-haired chick. Red, black, brown, I don't know what the fuck color it is. After 20 years of eating sushi, it fights back. What is the point of actually doing this if we just wind up on the ground anyway? I feel like this is medieval jousting for retards. Come on, man. Let's rock here. We can't. But we can't go back. Fear's their greatest defense. I doubt the defense is any better than an Aquilai or Celis, and what they are carrying is most likely geared towards a large-scale assault. I won that? That was pitiful. That match was about as exciting as a silent fart, much like this match. Shit. I don't really quite... KO! If Hadouken was a game, this would be it. Yeah, honestly, I couldn't agree more. Oh, more people showing up. Obligatory pimp! If you haven't subscribed, please do so already. Subscribe, follow, whatever button connects you to being involved with this channel. Hit a subscribe button. And if you do, then I will be very happy. And so will algorithm like lot of subscriber. Yeah, this game is actually pretty fucked up. You got to fight as a giant fish, or soda fisher. And you also get to fight as a dragon and whatever fucking big orange thing is. What happened when you eat pepperoni before bedtime? Yeah, I got a lot of fucked up games, man. I got a lot of fucked up games. The games are so completely fucked up. That something or other, I am impressive, smarter sounding end of sentence. End of sentence. Not sentence, sentence. You know what? Somebody actually had to come up with this. Go to the trouble of building 3D models, storyboarding, getting the money, and building such a fucked up game as this. And yet, here we are. Here we are. Ha ya! Ha ya! Da da da! I think I lost that. Yes, I want to continue. The Blinky gives me the option to continue, and the Blinky is what I will select. Select! Take a giant fish. Ow. This is complete and total lunacy here, people. Complete lunacy. I'm not really sure what the fuck you would call this. What would you call this? Round 2, fight. We're getting more people on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where they're coming from, but welcome. Please hit follow or subscribe, because it helps me. Or the algorithm or whatever. Whatever these damn kids are doing these days. Yeah, the matches do tend to go by fast in this game. It's interesting. I mean, it's not... This game is not particularly difficult. Well, I say that because even though I lost, but it's different. I mean, I don't know. There's not a lot of games that are like this. I mean, let's be honest. There's no shortage of hilariously screwed up games in Japan. That's why we play them. But this game is somewhat unique. It's like Panzer Dragoon with drugs and dressage. There we go. That's a little better, I think. Round one. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. This is how things rock here in wherever the fuck this is. I don't know if it requires a passport or not, but we'll find out soon enough, ladies and gentlemen. Soon enough. Wow. That is a very noisy method of death, don't you think? That is a very, very noisy death. Very noisy death. I don't know. We gotta do something. We gotta do something. Well, that's gotta count for something, I guess. I don't know. 2 hit. Yeah, not the most technically brilliant. But hey, you know what? That's okay. We're just sitting here having fun. Right, Tilk? Are you being a good boy? Wow, that was a quick hit, man. Very, very quick hit, I gotta say. Gotta say, very quick hit. Wow. Okay, well, you know what? I think I need to step up my game just a tad, don't you think? I think so. Because I like to win. Which is not, ladies and gentlemen, what I would consider what I just did. I'm playing the hot goth chick. I have to win. We gotta do something. I need to satisfy my moral outrage. There we go. Not. I think we need to do just a little better than this. By a little better, I think we need to do. I don't know. I don't know if does anybody have any requests of games to play after this while we're on the while we're dealing with witches. I feel like I don't know. I guess we could try playing Cotton or something. Cotton 2. Wow. Not doing too great here, man. Not doing too great here. Yeah, where? No, no, no. I don't want to end the game. Yeah, wah. Hello, Zero. I'll try something else after this. Play to win, huh? Not happening right now. Can I jump? I actually don't know how to jump in this game. There we go. Not. Yeah, let's go with Cotton 2. Usually like I say, not exactly on my game tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. You can't win. I'll do one more match. Whether I win or lose, I'll move on to Cotton. Wrong Surgeon, you have any requests post Cotton? Fuck it! Yeah, Cotton 2. I'm not great at that either, but I've never been great at. But it's different. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. And Wrong Surgeon, if you have any thoughts of games you would like to see, let me know. Let me know. All right, Cotton 2. I can't believe what this is going for now on eBay. Several $100s. This is crazy. And sometimes not even with any case or anything that goes along with it. The Blue Blur apparently joins us. Well, Sonic the Hedgehog, who says, yes, okay, dude. Thank you for joining us. If you have not already, please do subscribe or follow. That would be awesome. Subscribe, I guess, because you're watching on ScrewTube. YouTube will say. Tonight I am apparently not playing to win. But that's okay. At least Cotton is pretty. Like the game has some really nice sprite work. I will not lie, I've never been brilliant at platform games and side scrollers. They're fun and I enjoy it, and Cotton is really nice to look at, like the art and the sprite artwork and everything, but not exactly a game that I am hugely brilliant at. There's never really, I don't know what you'd call this. I don't know if you would call it a platformer. I don't know if you would call it a... That was a waste of a perfectly good blast of whatever the fuck that is. But that's okay. Shinre Jisatsushi Taramaru or Psychic Killer Tarama Aramu. I don't know if I have that. I'll look. If I don't have it, I'm sure I can get it. Just it might not be tonight if I don't have it. But I'll look. I am not doing brilliantly, and I usually don't do fantastic at this game, but I do better than that. Dear God. That green thing looks like something that was rejected from a gynecologist's office. Kind of disturbing. Just saying. Just saying. Danger, 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 danger. Life. I like how my life is apparently encapsulated in this tiny little pink ball. I also find it amusing that with the boss, they actually tell you how much life he has left. Wouldn't it be great in real life if you have to deal with an enemy that they tell you exactly how much life they have before you defeat them? That would make life so much more simple. My boss at work is a dickhead and he's trying to get me fired. I know that if I do this or say this just enough times, then I'll know exactly when that will be the end of him. Ow! That was the end of me. Cotton is great, just noting Saturn ones that look neat. Yeah, I'll see if I have it. I'm totally game on different stuff. It was sort of something semi-different. I mean, I have played this on the stream before, but it, you know, it's different. Yeah, you know what? Having British parents or British father, the last thing I'm going to be doing is going on a mad dive to willingly acquire fucking tea. Just not going to happen. Wow, this is completely pointless fan service, isn't it? Yo 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 weird sound. Wow, she needs an orthodontist. Jesus. I'll try once more and I'll see if I have it. I keep saying I probably have it in all the games I don't fucking have. I have a ton, but I'll see. These women in these games, they don't have an awful lot of clothing, do they? You'd think that they'd have like a TJ Maxx or a JC Penney or something that they could go and get themselves some threads, but apparently not. You know, they just willingly walk around in their underwear for your general entertainment. If a guy does it, he's a loser, but if a woman does it in a video game, double standards much. As you can see, I am not particularly concerned with political correctness. I calls them as I sees them. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like a giant... Holy... So I've got a giant pumpkin throwing, what, bananas and cabbages and what the fuck? This is really screwed up. This is like Captain Kangaroo who went into sepsis or something. Cotton 2 is a shmup with Street Fighter special move inputs. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, I never really thought of it that way, but I would say that is a pretty fair assessment, in my opinion, of what I would consider that it is. For sure. Press start button. So I'm just going to blow up a bunch of purple flying fairies or whatever. I don't know if I want to use... I don't know what the giant orchid witch, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a shmup for sure. Danger, 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 danger. I tried to avoid it. I really, truly did. There we go. That was C. That would give me this, special attack. Didn't quite work the way I wanted initially, but that's okay. That's okay. Totally okay. Stop following me. I don't even know you. At least give me your number first or buy me dinner. Ow! No dinner for me, I guess. I suppose I'm it. I'm it. Oh, more people are showing up on the stream. Cool. Welcome, everybody. Subscribe, follow, whatever. For my general vanity and amusement, but really it's just for the algorithm to do its thing. Just British family can't sit here in good conscience, basically, you know, desperately trying to catch as much tea as possible. See, here's the thing when you grow up in a British family. My grandmother would ask me every time I went over, you know, until the day she died, if I wanted tea. Oh, hello, Corey. Would you like some tea? No, that's okay, Nana. I'm okay. Oh, would you like some tea? No, it's okay, Nana. I don't need any tea. Oh, well, you know, I've got some orange pico and I've got some, Earl Grey because your granddad likes Earl Grey. No, it's okay, Nana. I'm okay. See, the thing is it could be a day, an hour, a day, a month, a year, 10 years, 5 years, whatever. If you have a British grandparent or parent, it means that you are English by blood and that it is not possible for you to not want tea. It could be a day, a week, an hour, a month, a year, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It simply means that if you say that you do not want tea, it doesn't mean that you don't want tea. It means that you don't want tea yet. And that you will eventually come to your senses and will have tea. It's entirely true. Yeah, I have a Twitch link. I'm like, what's my Twitch link? It's actually different. It's Go Nitro. So twitch.tv/Go Nitro, all one word, GONITRO. I used to use it for the TV show that I did, but I just decided to keep it because it had some metrics. So yeah, Twitch TV/Go Nitro, GONITRO. Yeah, for sure. Red Fox Benetton 77. Hey, welcome. Sorry I didn't see you earlier. I was so busy playing I didn't see. I do try to pay attention to everybody that's in here. By the way, Red Fox, if you please subscribe, it really helps. Really, really does. Let me know if you have any problems, Wrong Surgeon. But, yeah. Nope, we're getting more people on Kick here. Got a lot of people on Kick. By the way, if anybody has any requests as to... Oh, wait, no, you know what? You already had a request, Wrong Surgeon. Let me see if I have it. I'm sitting here asking people for requests, and I realized that I needed... You asked first, man, so you know what? You got first dibs. Let me see. Just hang on a sec, Wrong Surgeon. I'm gonna... trying to remember the game. Because you told me what the game... Signore Giuseppe Shitamura. Okay, let me see if I have it. Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I have it. So I have Guardian Heroes. This is definitely one of those nights where it's like, I probably have it. And then people are out. It's like the few fucking games that I don't actually have. I will get it, though. I will. Oh, Panzer Dragoon Saga. Yeah, I can play that after this. That's no problem. I'll give this a go. Guardian Heroes is fun. But yeah, I have Panzer Dragoon. Press start. I'll try this one first, and then I'll play a match or two, and then I'll move on to Panzer Dragoon. I do have both. But those other games are cool. I should get them. Yeah, no, I was just trying to get the games and get them going. Hey, the big news. Hey, the big news. Hey, the big news. This is cool. Yeah, I'll let me play this for a couple of minutes, and then I'll move on to Panzer Dragoon. This is actually kind of cool. I haven't actually played this. Can you believe that? I've had Guardian Heroes playing in a box, and I haven't actually played it. Yeah, Red Fox, my Saturn is Japanese, so the majority of my titles are Japanese. I do have some English titles because I have the card, but I have a Japanese Sega Saturn. I can't believe I've never actually played this. Is that a dude or a chick? I don't fucking know. You are real weeb. Oh, well, this. Sure. I have some 18+ rated games, but I try to stay away from hentai. I don't really have any hentai games because I try to keep it. I mean, it doesn't need to be family friendly, but it's just sort of not. I don't go quite that far. I would say Pretty Fighter 10 is probably as far as I go, right? Because you never really know who's watching, and I mean, I am off color on this channel, but I have a lot of weird games, that's for sure. Basically, I have a big box of Japanese Sega Saturn games that I got. Like, you know, you get these kind of... Because if you do individual titles, you're going to pay through the fucking nose. Whereas sometimes they'll have just boxes of Japanese games that come from somebody in Japan, and then you just pay like a couple $100, and then you get whatever's in the box of whatever they have. Because I don't really do emulation. I do like authentic games, like real games. So I basically just, whenever I have a couple of $100 to spare, you know, I'll just get some cool games or whatever, and then I'll put it away just in case. Oh, fair enough. There are definitely some weird games on the Saturn. I mean, the weirdness is half the fun, but... This is fun, though. I know this is one of the more famous games for the Saturn. You must be a dentist because those games are so expensive. I run a television production company, and we do a bunch of stuff for NBC and CBS, and I am the CEO. So I do okay. But I always loved video games. So, but yeah. So my day job is I run a company that makes TV shows for basically for hire, so to speak. So we'll get a call from like NBC or Gray or whatever, and then American TV networks and companies ask us to produce television shows that they can use to fill a schedule with, and then that's my day job. Yeah, it's a pretty cool job. It's a pretty cool job. I used to, I actually went to school for animation, and then before that I actually was studying law. So I was going to be a lawyer just in case the entertainment thing didn't turn out, but it did. And it was funny because people go, "Oh, it's unprofessional for you to do a video game channel." It's like, fuck off. Like, my whole job is entertainment. You know, I remember, like, I worked for various television networks up here in Canada, and when I left, I starved when I started my own company, and then it took a long time to get things going, and then I kind of fell into that niche. So, yeah, we need good lawyers. I'm actually going to have my my second in command probably run the company. And then I'm going to take a sabbatical and actually finish my law degree, because the school that I was going to finish my law degree said that they were interested in having me back, and so I'll finish my law degree now that I can afford it, because I couldn't afford it when I was younger. But I enjoy it. But the thing is I enjoy my Tilk, yo, go lie down. Go lie down. You're knocking shit down. You're like a bull in a china shop. Go lie down. Go lie down. Good boy. Yeah, NBC. Yeah, I miss G4 too. So we do a lot of so one of the shows we do, it's not on all the NBC stations. It's called Go Nitro, but we produce that here and give it to them every week. Normally I do the master tonight, but I'll do it tomorrow night. I have to get it to them every Monday night. But yeah, it's cool. We have like a production truck, and we do live programming and stuff like that, and we do a lot of sports stuff, and we got a team of a bunch of people that work here and make TV. I mean, we're not picky about it. Whatever TV stuff the networks need us to make, they pay us money and we go make it. So sometimes it's sports programming, and sometimes it's news programming, and sometimes it's corporate videos or live streams or whatever. And oh, use the L and R buttons to switch planes. Okay, gotcha. Oh, he's just cute. He's looking at me right now. What do you want, dude? He wants attention. This is what we get. Watch this. Do you want attention? Do you want attention? This is what he wants. He wants attention. Tilk, do you want attention? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Yeah, Daddy's playing a video game right now, brah. Here we go. Just put that back in there. Yeah, that is just what he does. Yeah, it's versatile. It's, you know, it's not 1995 anymore, right? So if you want to survive as a production company and be able to put food on the table and you know, and pay your staff, you know, you have to get used to different types of TV shows and production and commercials and this and that. But you know what? It's also nice because you don't get bored, and you know, and you get to do different types of things. So I can't complain. And then, you know, having that background and everything helps. Tilk, I love you, but it's late. You need to go lie down. Go lie down. trying to charm his way out of having to lie down. I know you didn't really get to do that much today, bud. Make it up to you, okay? Yes, you're cute. We get it. Apparently, I need to catch up on my reading. Huh. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's like Clockwork Knight with the changing planes. It's weird because sometimes it's a little difficult to not see what plane they're on, but they almost look like they're behind you a little bit, so you don't quite know if you need to do a little switcheroo. Gunstar superheroes with swords. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I think that is a fair assessment. It's like I'm sitting here and supposedly I'm on the same plane as this guy, I think, but I'm slashing my sword and it ain't doing squat. So that's no good. This guy needs a new hairstylist. Skeletor made a Temu version to clone himself. What are you doing, bud? I have a large, fuzzy, 140-pound, big-nosed dog that has decided that he alone is going to basically shove his nose in my foot. Why? I don't really know. I don't really know. So many questions remain unanswered. Just so many. Hello, big news. Are you being a good boy? Are you being a good boy? There's a large blue thing that's like trying to kill me. Why? I don't know. Tilk, I love you, but you are getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And it is making it difficult to perform in this video game, which provides, frankly, no strategic advantage to my life. But it's fun. So... he's got a baka hairstylist, yeah. Look on there! Shit. Bloody hell, man. 156,230. I guess I can go back on the plane. I'll basically just beat the shit out of this pink person and this person, these red things that, yeah, no, we'll play again. That look like they were rejected from Masters of the Universe for whatever. I'm on the same plane as him, man. So I'm hitting this button and Tilk, go lie down. I get it. I get it. I fucking get it. This chick looks like a lampshade. I don't know what the fuck he is. He's something alright. He's something alright. I honestly don't really know what that is, but sure. Sure, why not? It doesn't need to make sense. I should probably switch to Panzer Dragoon. I feel kind of bad. This game's cool though. I know it's, I guess, considered a Saturn classic, but I never actually played this. Whoa, cool. Okay, so I can punch. That's cool. Takes a long time for these dudes to He's Italian. Yeah. Wah, Zero, I'm trying to do shit. Do you mind? Thank you. God, the guy sounds like he's constipated. I've certainly had days where I wonder if my life will live to see the next day after the trying to take a huge shit. What's that old saying about the pay toilets? Here I sit, broken-hearted, paid a dime and only farted. What that would be with inflation, I don't really know. Dirty Dwarves is the most unusual Sega Saturn game. I've never seen a game that looks like an educational kids show on Saturn. Dirty Dwarves, I don't think I have that. I don't think. Sounds pretty fucked up. And as a result, would be perfect for this channel. Wow, a lot of bouncing around here, man. Like, they don't seem to be that interested in the concept of fighting. They just want to sit here and just move barrels for whatever reason. Not a whole lot of strategy. Or as Bugs Bunny would say, strategy rather than strategy. What does this X do? Okay, so I guess that means that whatever I... Okay, I'm on the same plane as this retard, and it ain't doing shit. Well, whatever shit it's doing. It's not the shit that I want it to shit. I'm all for relieving oneself by taking a shit, but this is not quite the way that I was hoping that this would go. 2-hit. 2-hit what? I don't know. 2-hit, 3-hit, 4-hit, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 28 billion, jillion, bazillion, shit, doodle, doggy, dwinko, blah. This guy looks like Dirk the Daring. What do you want, Took? I know you want to do more stuff and you've been kind of holed up today. The weather's been shitty. Shitty. I'm on the same plane. It ain't doing nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I'm surprised it's so lively tonight. I should do this on Saturdays as well as Fridays. Keeping the algorithm happy. What are you looking at me like that for? What do you want? I know you want attention. You always want attention. Oh, you probably want dinner. I'll get you some dinner, bud. I'm sorry. What are we doing here, folks? What the fuck are we doing? I don't know. Hi. What do you want? What do you want? I have a dog in my face. What do you want, bud? I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Roger, roger, roger. Roger, roger, roger. The dog wants attention. Do you want attention? Is that what you want? You want attention? Here, I will rub your nose. Rub your nose. Gold guy is your bud? Yeah, I think so too. It took me a while. Stop licking my face! I have a very large dog in my face. Tilk, what do you want? What do you want? Tilk, hey, what do you want? What do you want? Ah. Yeah, he's like 140 pounds, this dog. Stop licking my freaking hand, you goof. Stop it. Stop licking me. I don't know why you're licking me. I've had a little bit to drink. Perhaps my decision-making capabilities have been slightly impaired. Tilk, I love you, but you need to go lie down. Go lie down. What do you want? What do you want? A fucking wine list? What is this? What do you want? I think I need to clean your eyes there, bud, because your eyes are all fucked up. There you go. Stop licking my foot, you weirdo. Go lie down. Go lie down. Yeah, he's a big dude. Tilk, go lie down. He's like 140 pounds. He's huge. Yeah. No, have a good night, Vector Man. I'm probably gonna go a little bit longer, and then I'm probably gonna get lost in about half an hour. But I will be. I'll be back next week, the usual time. I'm gonna start doing this, I think, at 9 p.m. ET, and then do the 4 or 5 hour thing on Fridays. And I don't know. I might keep doing the stuff on Saturday. I probably will, because the viewership is actually surprisingly good. I mean, we keep getting people that are watching on Kick, and we got like 4 or 5 people or whatever that were watching on the on YouTube, and it's pretty crazy stuff. So it's nice. I mean, because I haven't been doing it that long. I haven't been doing the video game thing that long. And this is, I don't know, I'll sort of set everything up. So what I'll do is I'll play Panzer Dragoon. And then right now where I am, it's like 10 after 1. So it's like continue the jet. Oh, yeah. No. I always do Friday night. I always do the Sega Saturn. And Saturday nights, I mean, this is the first time I've really done a Saturday as well as the Friday. So I think I might keep doing it. Friday for sure, it's always 9 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. So I always do it. Yeah, and then Saturday, I think I'm going to keep doing this because it's lots of fun. Meeting you fine folks, which I always enjoy. So that'll stay Saturn. So it's always Saturn. Friday's Saturn. Saturday will also be Saturn. That never ever changes. And I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games. And, I get more whenever I can find them. And, yeah. But sometimes through the week, I'll probably play other stuff. Like anything not including Friday and Saturday. I might play some PlayStation, or I might play some Xbox, or I might play some Steam or whatever. Or mention that you have a big box too. Yeah, I have lots and lots and lots of games. I'll be honest, I mean, this is where my age, I guess, comes into play here. I mean, I know how to promote TV shows, but I've never quite figured out how to. And I haven't been doing the streaming that. I mean, obviously, I've been playing these games since I was a kid, but I've only started doing the retro streaming thing maybe about 2 months ago, and then I set up multi-streaming for Kick basically last night, and I was doing a test, and tonight was supposed to be a test, but it ended up becoming a proper stream. And then I'm just going to keep... Oh, yeah. Like, all the games that I have are weird ones, and they're either games that I procured from Japan myself, or my friends that are Japanese got for me because I know that I'm into it. A lot of people that I know that I aspire with in martial arts, they're all gamers, and many of them have either been to Japan or are Japanese, so people bring me crazy shit. So I have no shortage of Japanese games, and I always get other ones if I don't have them. So I have, like I say, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games. It's just bad luck that some of the ones I didn't have tonight, but I'll get them. I will absolutely 100% make a note and get them for sure. And it's nice, right? Because I work really stupid fucking hours. It's like, oh, well, you run your own business, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it also means I have to take care of my staff. It also means that, it's not necessarily a 9 to 5. If we have like a live sports event or whatever for a major network, then, if you're working until like 2 o'clock in the morning, then that's what you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have a ton. I have a ton of games, and I will get others. But yeah, no, I do this every Friday, and I think I'm gonna start doing the Saturdays pretty consistently too, and and those will always be Saturn games. Friday will 100% always be Saturday, 9 p.m. Saturdays will also always be Saturn, 100%. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if I decide to stream, that could be anything. Could be the Genesis, could be the Master System, could be the PS4, could be the Xbox. What do you want? What do you want? You keep getting in my face. I don't know what you want. What do you want? I know what you want. I know what you want. Why are you licking my arm? You're a goof. Yeah, you're a goof. I don't know what you want. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a Japanese Dreamcast. I actually don't have a Dreamcast. I've been thinking about getting one. And frankly, I probably will. I've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. Tilk, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Okay, I love you, but you need to go lie down. Go lie down. Tilk, lie down. Good boy. Roar. Yeah, live with it. That's the graphical area I aim for my project. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, I think Vector Man had to jump out. Vector Man's with me like every week. He's been with me, I think, pretty much from the beginning, actually. Oh yeah, I have a ton of Japanese titles. I almost always play wacky Japanese titles. Just tonight was meant to be a test, so I just thought, whatever. We'll start with Last Bronx. But I always play crazy Japanese titles. So, well, what I'll do is I'll get Panzer Dragoon fired up. And so just bear with me, and I'll get Panzer Dragoon going, and we should be good to go. But I think in the next half hour, I'm probably gonna wind up hitting the hay myself, because it's 1:15 where I am, and it's 3 o'clock Eastern time. But I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, Saga. I'll load that right now. I shall return momentarily. Yeah, it is late, but that's okay. By the way, Wrong Surgeon, I mean, you don't have to answer, but just out of curiosity, what country are you dialing in from this evening? Where do you hail? Just making conversation. Oh, Virginia. Okay, cool. I assume it's Virginia. That's very cool. I don't know if my show airs there. I'll have to check. Anyway, I will load Panzer Dragoon Saga. Hang on a sec. All right. Yeah, we'll try a quick game of Panzer Dragoon 2. And then I'm getting a little tired, so probably do one quick hunt for this, and then I'm going to go to bed. But I will be back Friday at 9 Eastern. I'll probably do the Saturday too, like I did tonight, because it's lots of fun. I'm enjoying it. Tons of fun. I've played this before, so we'll die. No flying for me. It's different though. I honestly always thought of Panzer Dragoon as Star Fox with dragons. No, but a knockoff handheld I got last year could play 50% of ROMs I tried. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the last time I really tried doing any was back in the XDA days. Remember XDA? I made like it wasn't anything spectacular. I made like a Pong clone for like the original Xbox or Xbox 360 or whatever. I don't even know if XDA is still a thing. It was weird. It was like a mixture of C and various libraries and that sort of stuff. It was, I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of programming anymore. I used to enjoy doing it, just checking and rechecking and rechecking my code and debugging and compiling and all that stuff. So kudos to you, man. You are a more patient man than I. That just, the animation and stuff, still do that, but programming, just, this is why I didn't end up going into engineering, because a lot of my family are engineers. So it's like, oh, well, but a lot of it is checking and rechecking and rechecking and rechecking. So I didn't really enjoy checking and rechecking and rechecking my math, and I just did not have that. I just didn't have that bent of checking and rechecking and rechecking and rechecking my math. And that's really important when you're an engineer, because, if you don't check your math or make mistakes, people die. So even though the math part of it I was fine with and I could certainly do it, just the mentality, that OCD mentality of I certainly have the OCD mentality, but to check and check and recheck and recheck and recheck my math, I just didn't. It was not something that, just wasn't something that I just had the patience to do. And I, like I say, plenty of engineers in the family, so I knew what was required to do that, and I just did not have. I had the brain, I guess, for it, but I didn't have the personality and the meticulousness to just go over the same shit over and over and over and over again, and that's really important. Just being able to do the math is not enough. It's being able to look at it, not getting square-eyed and getting tired and missing a decimal point and not having that kind of fuck you up. And that was the component that I just did not have. But animation was perfect because you could have, it was just the right level of OCD. Nobody was going to die. And, and there was a market for it.
So it worked for me. I mean, you know, you could say, I guess, programming is a similar kind of thing. I just couldn't. I wouldn't have lasted as a programmer for the same reason that I wouldn't have lasted as an engineer. Right? You're looking at a bunch of math, or you're looking at a bunch of code, you know, and you're compiling it, and something isn't working, and you're checking and rechecking and rechecking. But I would just end up reading the same line over and over and over again, and I would just get square-eyed and focus on the wrong thing, and that's death. That's death as a programmer, and it's death as as an engineer. There's a lot of overlap in the thinking style of both. The mental approach of both of these things is absolutely huge, and these are definitely things that need to be considered. And knowing one's limitations isn't to say that it couldn't be done. I just didn't care enough, you know, and that's really the long and the short of it. Right, you have to be able to be passionate enough and have that wherewithal to just look at things and go over it again and again and again until it's correct and it's safe. And I just never had that, man. I just never had that. These enemies are throwing shit spikes at me. As long as you aren't a messy asshole, you can make in the game now, and it's great. That's fair. Unity, yeah, the days aren't coding from scratch either anymore, and thank God for that. Yeah, the last time I looked into it, you still needed it, so that gives you an idea of how out of date I am. And I have heard good things about Unity. Oh, yeah. But I mean, it would be cool to be able to run something, because I would know just enough of the code that if something went wrong, I could take a look at it and not be totally lost. But that's awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, how close are you to, how far along in the game are you? Do you have like a couple of levels that are working? Are you going to, I guess when it's done, maybe release it on Steam or something? Well, I guess if it's like a handheld, but if it's a generic handheld, then it can probably run on whatever platform you want. Very close to finishing. Wow, yeah, that's huge. Well, let me know, because I'd be really interested to try it. What's the game about? And you mentioned that it was on a handheld, but what ecosystem? Like, what are you releasing it on? Like, yeah, it might be like a generic handheld that loads all kind of stuff, but what ecosystem are you developing it for? And then I guess what's it about? Because I'm super curious. I always love to play new games, as you can see. I mean, I guess these games aren't new, but you know what I mean. Games are fun. I guess I'm on rails. Can't really go back, I suppose. Speaking of games and what I can do. Where'd everybody go? There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can... he's throwing boxes at me. Holy fuck-a-doodle-doo. No boxy box. That's very cool. AtelierCrisis.com. I will absolutely 100% check it out. Are you going to release it in beta? I mean, if you haven't already. I mean, obviously, I haven't had the chance to check it out yet. I'll check it out as soon as I'm off the stream. Yeah, I'm honestly super curious. I should play the game and stream it on here. That'd be kind of cool. And basically, fighting in this game looks like a floating, flying Chinese freighter. That's honestly what it looks like to me. Basically a bunch of flaming shit from AliExpress flying out of this fucking thing trying to kill me. Before it reaches its destination, I guess. Yeah. Browser based and send that link for testing to friends or whoever's willing to click, I guess. That's very cool. Yeah, like once once you feel comfortable that it's working the way you want and there's no bugs or weird things that happen, absolutely is get it on Steam and then run it on on PS Network. They've gotten a lot less. They've gotten a lot cooler with independently produced games. They used to be real fucking dickweeds about it, but they've become a lot better about it. And you know what? It's a good thing because it bodes better for the industry. It keeps people fresh, gives people something to work towards, and frankly, it brings the quality of the games higher. Right? Because they're not going to approve something to go on the PlayStation Network or Steam if it doesn't meet those standards anyway. So why not let people have the opportunity to, why not give them that opportunity? Because, get better games out of it. God, this fucking guy's a bit of a cocksucker, ain't he? Not doing a whole lot here. This guy is needing a whole lot of hardware to finish him off. Try to go for them. Well, that doesn't do very much, does it? Not much left. It's just a matter of finishing the job. Is that really what life is, though? Just learning to finish the job? I don't have a lot left. I'm shooting. I'm shooting. There we go. Now we got one more arm. There we go. Is he? Oh, of course he's still there. There we go. Hey, you made an LLC and you're going through the period. You're actually doing it. How many people just basically turn around and talk about stuff and then they don't actually do it? I mean, that's huge. That's huge. See, you're doing. That's the thing, right? Doing is the next step to talking. The fact that you're doing is huge. Yeah, that was a huge crash. So I'm going to take a poke at this, and then I think I'm going to have to call it a night. But hopefully we'll see you Friday or Saturday next week. It's always nice to have you here. And I'm going to check out that site for sure. I'll push it on the channel. Whole lot of green, man. Whole lot of green. Well, yeah, I think people think that stuff is out of reach, but they don't actually want to put the work in, or they don't think to put the work in. But I've always been, like, look at me, like I'm doing TV stuff on networks people have actually heard of. Oh, well, I could never do that. Well, why not? You got to put the work in. It's not overnight. But somebody has to be making the shit. That's what people don't think of. Oh, well, you know, it's out of reach, whatever. Yeah, but somebody has to be making these games. Somebody has to be making TV shows. Somebody has to be... You know, it's funny. I used to say to my dad, oh, I want to do this, but I would never get to do it. It was when I was a kid. And he'd be like, well, pick up the phone and call them and ask them. The worst they can do is say no. Yeah, but they would never do it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, let me put it to you this way. You know, right now, if you don't pick up the phone and try and talk to somebody, your chances of being given the opportunity to do something is 0%. But as soon as you pick up the phone, the probability jumps from 0% to 50. And those are pretty fucking good odds compared to 0, and I never really forgot that. Oh, we do get propagandized in so many ways, right? It keeps people compliant and has them kind of stay in their lane, or what society, I suppose, perceives the lane to be. And I've just never really been a big fan of that. I mean, you know, like there's nothing wrong with being a follower. I mean, we need followers and we need leaders. But I mean, somebody has to come around and say, we need to do this. Like, I want to try. And I think that's the... Yeah. And I mean, there's a certain presence of mind, strength of mind, that where you're essentially going up against the grain and saying, you know what, whatever, maybe nobody else believes me, but I'm going to at least give it a try. At least you have to give it a shot. And I think that's the thing, right? It's very easy for people to kind of criticize on the sidelines and, oh, well, this can't be done and that can't be done, blah, blah, blah. But you don't really actually see any of those people doing it. Putting the work in, you're setting it up, you set up an LLC, you built a game, you spent 6 years on it, poking away at it when you can. How many great developers of games started that way? More than a few. More than a few. Why not you? You know? I don't really... Oh, well, why would you do it? Well, why not? You know, it's not like you're mortgaging your house for, you know, you're poking away at it and doing what you can, and you got it done the time that you have, and now it's very close to being ready for release. And you went to the trouble to setting up an LLC, and you're submitting it to Sony so that, you know, people like me can can enjoy it and play it. I think we live in a consumption-based society where people don't really think about what it takes to make something. It's easier to, go and consume something rather than spend the time to actually do it. Yep, I agree. More than enough people to make up for it if more people get opportunities. And I think that's why it's important to do that kind of stuff. It also shows that it's possible. I mean, yes, it's possible, but it creates more, it makes things in a way more tangible for people to wrap their head around if there are other and more numerous examples. You don't want so many people doing it that it's easy and then it's not special anymore, but I mean, making a game is a big fucking thing, right? Same with TV shows. Everybody thinks they can make a TV show, and a game is way more complicated than a TV show. Well, I think that's it for me, man. It's 10 to 2 here, and I gotta act like I'm 40, so I'm gonna jump out of here. But thanks for joining me tonight. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday or Saturday next week. I'll be here, and hopefully you subscribe. But I'm looking forward to seeing you. I always enjoy having other people here. More people we have, it's a party. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy. I'm not totally drunk, but I'm a little tipsy. I had some bread, so have a good one. And I'm gonna just rock out here and hit the sack. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody that joined tonight. I really appreciate it, and I will see all of you. Next week, or this coming week, I should say. As always, I'm on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Saturdays, I'm going to make that a pretty regular thing, too. I think it's lots of fun. So, thank you so much. This was just supposed to be a test tonight, but I had so much fun. I think I'm going to make it a regular thing. And those of you that are still watching, subscribe or follow, depending on what platform it is that you are watching on, and I'll see you next week.